Hi guys, Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Everyone's okay
Yeah.
So ada 7 minit lagi. We wait for the others to come lah.
Can we do?
Pastikan semua dah sarapan
Dah sarapan ni semua?
Sedang sarapan.
Sudah.
Sedang sarapan ke? Ada kopi tu?
Tak, ni air.
Oh, air.
Rohaiza. Lama tak jumpa Kak Rohaiza.
Ada. You know like, yelah masa MCO on our new norms punya sesi kan, Facebook. So now dah, I think still ada MCO kan, still recovery. But dia lah dah balik office dah, you know. Kerja walaupun MCO, lepas now pun memang busy lah. But ada, I ada. And boleh we can communicate lah kan dengan I inside our WhatsApp group.
Rohaiza dekat Telekom lagi
TNB.
Sorry, TNB.
Yes. Tenaga Nasional Berhad. I'm in shared service lah. Shared service punya area lah.
I see.
In my major ialah finance kan. But now I'm in project lah. A lot of project nak siapkan up to ada yang project end of this year and also continue to next year lah.
I see.
Ramai dah masuk dah ni.
TNB doing a good job.
Alhamdulillah. Mula-mula ni juga yang isu high bill kan.
Yeah.
I mean, they all tak understand how we calculate and now it's better lah. People dah tahu ada channel to find out pengiraan tu macam mana kan. So it's transparent. Kita tak ada nak I think we have a system, we have a robust punya mechanism untuk control lah. So tidak akan ada just tiba-tiba billing yang saja untuk naikkan bil lah. It's really based on consumption. Maybe mula-mula estimate kan, and then later dia akan baca and you have the right bill lah. And whatever, kalau ada credit, there will be credit lah inside your bills kan.
Ya, betul lah. After that, my friends ramai-ramai beli stock shares TNB. Kita support TNB.
Kalau ada yang ni memang dia sedang, harga dia berpatutan lah. Because it can reach up to like 16, you know. 16 macam tu. So if family ke, you know, ada that ni, you can buy.
Itulah, my friend dia main swing je, Kak Rohaiza. Maknanya bila naik turun lah. So
dia traders lah, bukan investors. Oh, aktif tu?
Tak adalah dia orang, saya tak.
Because if you go, you just can go for the, you know, the penny one that is like less than RM1. Actually kalau you betul-betul have that knowledge and focus, you actually can one day you can get 100, 200. It's up to your appetite lah. Kan?
Betul.
Tapi kalau nak tunggu yang penny stock tu naik, sometimes
you kena buy volume lah. Kalau penny you kena buy volume. Kalau yang ni yang the blue chips you buy 1-2 pun okey lah. Depends lah on modal. Pelan-pelan, perlahan. You know, memang akan ada, you know, adalah
volatility.
Untung aja, you akan ada rugi and all that. Macam saham punya ni pula kelas.
Sekarang everybody is talking about stocks kan.
Yalah.
Sebab terus suspended BSKL bursa.
Betul.
Kita start pukul 10
kita start pukul 10. Ada 3 minutes. Datuk akan masuk lah. Datuk dah standby ke? Dah ni? Yes.
Yep.
So how many guests?
This is my first time with Dani. Mungkin Dani boleh introduce kot. Mungkin ramai juga yang first time.
Ke? Tak pernah jumpa Dani
Tak, I tak pernah.
Okey.
Sekejap
Wafi, kenapa sakit mulut ke Wafi?
Ada. Biasa pagi-pagi dia bukan sesemua apa. Orang panggil
Running nose.
Macam itulah.
Semua kat rumah Ada tak yang tiba-tiba kat office pula ni?
Oh, saya kat office.
Oh, kat office? Lisa kat office?
Tapi tak kerja pun.
Okey.
Office dekat je dengan rumah.
Okey lah.
Yalah, dekat.
Dekat rumah internet slow.
Oh,
Alright. Yang lain, Zahir? Kat rumah ke office?
Saya dekat rumah hari ni.
Rumah
Kalau tak asalnya plan ni nampak masuk office sebab ada kena prepare dokumen untuk auditor.
Liana, is it? Liana? Liana bercakap ke tak? Macam mute ke apa?
Dia mute tu.
Dia macam ada lag sikit ke? Or she's talking? Macam talking? Aisyah. Ada 1 minute to go
Last time saya jumpa Kak Rohaiza masa first time jumpa dekat MyPack dulu. Ingat tak? Yang ada first session kita dengan MyPack.
Dekat mana tu?
Dekat KDU.
Oh, dekat KDU
Dah lama dah, it was way long ago.
Ke masa I tengah buat my paper, is it?
Yelah masa tu you ada paper P2 rasanya kan?
That the last paper. Oh my god. Okay, alhamdulillah lah kan. Really settle and that self-satisfaction lah. Kan?
Alhamdulillah. Naik pangkat ke lepas dapat ACCA? Naik pangkat ke?
Tak sampai lagi. Dia sampai maknanya GM gaji mati lah. It's not like general manager. I'm still a senior manager but holding post of head lah. Itu rezeki lah. Dia rezeki ada but you do best. But you, yelah memang you young and all that but in working life you've got to be noticed lah in order for you to climb the ladder. So you all have to practice that. Always sometimes kita finance ni suka like buat kerja senyap-senyap belakang and siap and just but there's a need for you to package yourself apa yang you buat hasil tu and let other people, especially the management or the bosses to see. Then you are helping them to identify you. Kalau you just keep buat kerja senyap kan, and not going to the extra mile, so you don't blame anybody lah. It's ourselves. It's kita. Bergantung kepada diri kita.
Setuju.
Okay. Sekejap lagi
Ramai dah masuk dah ni.
Itulah.
How many?
Around
I nampak 16, is it?
16 tolak
kita dua.
Dua orang. 1, 3,
14.
13. By the way, tadi Karunisa ada tanya kan? Saya belum introduce myself lagi.
Yes.
So sure.
I joined MyPack in April 2018. So almost 2.5 years lah sekarang. So basically the beginning Mac establishment tu saya dah memang join lah. Tapi itulah tak jumpa lagi kan, tak sempat jumpa. So I think this is one of the first time kita engage dengan our member.
Tadi duduk KL ke duduk Sabah?
Oh, saya duduk ni, Kuala Selangor.
Jauhnya.
Itulah. Sungai Buloh, Sungai Buloh.
Travel, Sungai Buloh.
Sungai Buloh Jeram, bukan yang Sungai Buloh KL tu.
Oh, jauhnya.
Itulah.
You travel every day?
Yes.
Jauh tahu sebab saya sekolah dekat Jeram dulu.
Oh, okay. Nice.
My secondary school dekat Jeram.
Jeram. Oh, ya. Yeah. Sekolah mana?
Sekolah Menengah Islam Hirok. Sekolah swasta.
Depan tu kan? Yes.
Ya.
Assalamualaikum Datuk.
Salam.
Assalamualaikum.
Semua.
Mana?
Alhamdulillah.
Mana kita punya presiden MyPack Accountants Club penuh bersemangat pagi ni.
Yes. Sentiasa bersemangat.
Are there others joining? Dani or Sri, can I start or shall we wait a bit?
Datuk tak nampak muka Datuk.
Sebab ada few coming in, I'm admitting them.
Ada buka video dah.
Few more minutes we can start Datuk because I'm still admitting guests to the meeting.
Kita borak-borak lah dulu.
Okay, kan.
Datuk dah minum dah?
Dah.
Apa
khabar Datuk?
Alhamdulillah. Sibuk sana sini tapi okey.
Nampak muka Datuk, nampak mata je.
Ya ke?
Ya, Datuk kena ke belakang sikit.
Kamera kena ke depan sikit.
Nisa sekarang kerja kat mana?
Dekat ACCA Holdings Berhad.
Okay, good. Berapa lama dah?
2 years and 2 months.
Ui, cepatnya masa berlalu. Dah 2 tahun lebih kerja dah. Siapa lagi on the call?
Saya.
We have 16 guests ni Datuk.
Iya.
Ada banyak newcomers for our mentor program ni, so that's why kita organize ni lah. So at one point kita mesti pernah jumpa lah sebab some of our guests ni from our last miler program, a number of them. So mungkin kita pernah jumpa mungkin macam Zahir kot. Kita pernah jumpa Zahir, Wafi, ada tak?
Last miler selalu jumpa weekends, belete kat dia orang.
Kalau tak kena belete tu mana dia orang excellent student lah tu.
Wah. I terima satu email tau daripada one of the last miler. Dia hantar email, dia kata, Datuk saya hantar email ni, saya nak cakap terima kasih Datuk marah saya. Datuk marah, saya balik, saya belajar. Lepas tu saya pass. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
That email made my day. Rohaiza, apa khabar? Sibuk?
Silent.
I mute, sorry. Alhamdulillah Datuk memang very busy sekarang in tenaga for my side. Kita ada ada projek yang memang I tengah buat dengan EY lah on our Wave 2 transformation looking at E2E services. So dalam our shared service kita ada 50 lah E2E services. Kita tengok proses daripada end to end and actually kemarin ada handover session that we completed the project. So ada macam ceremony lah. So we EY hand over all the documents semua tu kepada kita. So then we are going to continue lah that project with our internal people. So kita ada this unit continuous excellence lah yang akan macam jadi our consultant lah.
Tapi
then,
internal. So that's good.
Yes, our internal people lah yang have to actually look at that E2E services and implement. Ada certain tu dia ada service design saja. Dia tak ada the application lagi. So we have to carry on. Another one is a corporate culture. We have a changes of corporate culture in Tenaga. So that will be a roll down until next year lah. So I have to dari segi my team have to have that awareness semua lah kepada our TGBS punya site lah, shared service punya office.
Yang kata juga nak jadi 3 companies tu jadi ke? Yang kata generation, distribution, jadi.
It's we have a reorg for Genco. Genco is actually end of this year, somewhere in November, and retail co will be in January. So the structure and the people, looking at the, bila structure lagi lean kan, so you have the access people, how you redeploy, reskill these people in order to fit in other structure lah, in other complements.
Okay, Dato', I think we have most of our guests already. So I think we can start officially. Cumanya boleh tak kita nak minta cooperation from those yang from our guests yang tak bercakap, can mute you punya ni mic. Kalau nak bercakap nanti you can just unmute yourself so far ada lagi yang tak mute yourself Sam sudah, Sam siap pakai necktie. Tadi dia tak pakai tie. Dia lari pakai tie. Dia lari, tadi pun dia tak sikat rambut. Sekarang dia dah sikat rambut. So
mana
okay.
Sam tengok? Macam mana nak tengok dekat?
Hujung. Okay Datuk, we are good to go. So I hand over the session to you Datuk. Thank you.
Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, I would like to sincerely thank all of you for joining us on a Saturday morning to embark on this mentorship program, which is very important as part of the programs under my pack. Saya dahului dengan ucapan tahniah. All of you have gone through a grueling and difficult exam and you've made it to ACCA affiliate. Tahniah, setinggi-tinggi tahniah. We are all very proud of you. And believe you me, when you reflect back in your older days, macam saya ni dah sampai older days, this will be your fond memories of how you struggle, how you study, boleh tinggalkan cerita dengan anak cucu, because it is definitely a worthwhile journey. I, apart from, looking at you becoming mentors, and I thank Puan Rohaiza for agreeing to give you this internal training. I am sort of you all punya self-appointed mentor lah juga. So this morning is not just in terms of mentoring and looking at you sharing and helping others. I thought I would also like to share some insights from myself in terms of my own journey of being an accountant. I think I would like to have accountants who come from my pack to create a difference. And we are not just creating accountants, qualify, kerja, end of story, tak. We are trying to create the next batch of leaders. Bila macam saya ni semua dah tak ada, siapa nak duduk kat audit committee, public listed company. Saya juga audit committee chairman of tabung haji yang banyak cerita tu. So siapa nak occupy positions macam ni? Siapa nak occupy positions macam Datuk Faiz, Datuk Rauf, you all know who they are. Ya, kalau kita tak careful, kita tak produce our own pipeline, then unfortunately, those positions will be occupied by bukan Melayu. And itu yang kami nak avoid. Sebab itu saya dan rakan-rakan one of the main reasons why kita orang tubuhkan MyPact is to address this. And we have proven among you there are not only those who pass, there are prize winners dan sebagainya. Syukur Alhamdulillah kita dah buktikan Melayu boleh dan Melayu cuma perlu rangsangan, perlu bimbingan dan perlu bantuan. Then Melayu have proven that definitely kita boleh. So with that, I think for those of you who have just graduated or just starting your career, setahun dua ni, it is important that you build your career on the right foundation. And that foundation is built on ethics and integrity. Kita sebagai accountant, we are in a position of trust. Pagi ni pun saya tengok ada one accountant being charged in court for corruption. I don't think that person is a professional accountant lah. Tapi oleh kerana label accountant diguna tu, saya sedih lah juga tengok. Whereas we are in a position of trust. And saya ni, my journey dah lama. I have been more than 40 years in my career. And I will tell you, upholding integrity and trust comes with a price. Kadang-kadang it is not so easy. Kadang-kadang it is your job that is at stake in order for you to uphold integrity. Kadang-kadang it is your own reputation. If people cannot find something wrong with you, they will create story on you to spread negative things about you just because what you're trying to do is just to uphold integrity. However, in the long run, and I have done it myself, believe you me, it is worth it, even if you go through that. So no matter what the price, upholding integrity is a must for accountants. It's ethics and integrity. And for those who graduated later, memang ACCA, you have to go through ethics module in order to become ACCA member. That's, I hope you don't take it just as a module you have to pass in order to be a member. Take it as how important ethics and integrity is to the work of an accountant. Yang kedua, saya nak beri nasihat is, as an accountant, bila kita qualify, after kita dapat kerja, it doesn't stop there. You have to continue knowledge seeking in order to remain relevant. Every day, there are new things to learn. And the more you learn, the one that benefit is you, nobody else. Kadang-kadang, bila I speak to some people, they say, alah, employer kita tak recognize pun kalau kita additional. Tapi yang rugi employer, bukan you. Because once you seek the knowledge, nobody can take away from you. Title, position, people can take away from you. Knowledge tak boleh. Knowledge stays with you. And that knowledge will benefit you in the long run. Of course, it depends what do you use with it, to that knowledge also lah. If you use it for productive purpose, insyaAllah, it will benefit you in the long run. So after qualifying, it's not just about getting a job. It is about staying engaged. And staying engaged means being active in MyPact Accountants Club. Kita dah beri pun satu platform for you all to get together. And mentoring program dan MyPact Accountants Club ni sebenarnya, kami bukan saja nak lahirkan Bumi Putra PAS ramai-ramai, tak. Kami nak lahirkan community. So sekarang kita dah ada MyPact community. Saya tak ada prepared text ni ya, saya bercakap daripada hati. Because everything I do in MyPact is from my heart. I tak ada prepared text ya. Saya nak lahirkan satu community di mana kita sama kita bantu-membantu. It's not just about mentoring. It is about making friends. It is about making connection with people that you can trust, people who have the right nawaitu. And kadang-kadang kalau kita ada dilema kerja, kita perlu kawan. Kita nak bertanya. Mungkin kawan tu pernah mengalami sesuatu seperti itu. Dan dia boleh bagi kita nasihat. Kadang-kadang kita ada dilema ni, kita pergi minta nasihat pun kita tengok orang Kalau kita main sebarang minta nasihat, dia pun main bagi je kita sebarang nasihat. Kita kena cari nasihat daripada orang yang knowledgeable. And that's why kita create MyPact Accountants Club. So we have this community of people who are knowledgeable that you can share, that you can ask. and people that you can trust. So that's why mentoring ni kita adakan untuk while they're student and 1 year after they work. Hopefully with that, you will see when your protege, anak didik you as a mentor ni, bila dia graduate, satisfaction, kepuasan yang tak dapat saya nak describe. Ya, cuma Allah saja yang tahu. If in a little way you have helped somebody realize their dream, somebody, kalau anak-anak asnaf ni mengubah hala tuju keluarga dan prospek for the family, for the future, that satisfaction, Masya Allah, susah nak bayangkan. And that's why I continue doing my PAC, sebab that's the kind of satisfaction. I duduklah kat mana-mana, board lah kat international organisation, tak dapat kepuasan macam I dapat kat my PAC. Because this is important. Kita kalau tak tolong sama kita, siapa nak tolong kita? Yeah, so this is my way of trying to tell the Malays, be united, help each other, tolong menolong. Yeah? Sebab bangsa asing dia tolong menolong tau, cuma kita je tak nampak. Nampak mana diorang cincang-cincang, tapi sebenarnya diorang tolong menolong antara satu sama lain. Apatah lagi kita ni orang Islam. Jadi sikap tu memang kita perlu tegakkan, yang kita ni menolong each other. And in so doing, it's not just being part of my PAC Accountants Club. For you to seek knowledge, I would like to encourage you to be a member of ACCA. Memang kena bayar duit sikit, and I declare lah, takut ada vested interest kan. I ni memang Global ACCA Council member. So memang kerja I untuk encourage people. But this is not for ACCA. ACCA tu besar. Kalau satu orang tak join tu taklah rugi. Tapi yang rugi orang yang tak join tu. Sebab apa? If you are a member of ACCA, saya tahu now as affiliate you pay £129, as associate, as affiliate, and then when you become full member, you kena bayar £258. And there is an additional joining fee of £258 juga. But I will tell you it's worth it. And this is 1 year. Yeah, this is 1 year. So RM1,000 lebih lah setahun. Ya, bukan monthly, setahun. And to be engaged in the local community, do become a member of MIA also. MIA registration fee 500, and then there are the admission fee 350. So upfront tu memanglah heavy sikit. Lepas tu annual subscription 350. ACCA is more for your knowledge, because if you go into the ACCA portal, as a member, you will see the richness of resources kat situ. ACCA banyak thought leadership pieces yang kita boleh belajar, yang kita boleh read up. Kalau macam orang bercakap pasal artificial intelligence, kita tak tahu, kita masuk ACCA website. Kat situ ada artikel that tells you a lot about this. Kalau people talk about big data, all these new terms, now COVID, macam-macam artikel kat dalam tu tentang COVID. So it is really the richness of ACCA resources yang kalau kita tak be a member, you will miss out on all this. To be MIA member ni, the benefit is really for the community. Sebab when we first started my PAC project, MIA cuma ada 1,554 professional accountant Bumiputra out of 20,000. Itu yang dapat 7%. Alhamdulillah, through our efforts dan sebagainya, 2020 ni dah naik hari tu pada 2006. So it's gone up by about 500 plus. Unfortunately, ada pula orang tak bayar subscription. So MIA had to delete quite a few names. So now dah jatuh balik 1994 ke apa. Okay. So itu yang sedih tu, susah nak build up. Some people they pay subscription but it's setback. Tetapi in term of the official statistic for the country, MIA lah statistiknya. So in term of measuring Bumiputra participation in professional accountancy, the official statistic memang MIA. So kalau kita tak ada dalam tu, kita tak dikira lah. And bawah ni, baru ni ada under government shared prosperity punya study, they came up in the report of all the professional bodies in the country, engineer, medical semua. Yang paling tersorot in term of Bumiputra participation adalah accountancy. Yang lain tu adalah 10-15%. Kita ni 8%. And then tapi bukan kita je grow, the other side pun grow. Tagolik dengan Tanway lagi banyak produce every year. As much as my pet will do, dia produce double. So it's always a catching up game. Dan saya selalu like quotation from Tun Mahathir. Please, I'm not being political. I'm just yang mana quotation untuk kebaikan kita, why not? Dia kata Melayu, kita kena sedar kita dah tertinggal. Jadi bila kita dah tertinggal, kita kena kerja lebih kuat daripada orang lain supaya kita boleh catch up. Kalau kita tak kerja lebih kuat daripada orang lain, macam mana kita nak catch up? So that is important. So being in the community, being engaged in my pet accountants club. Kadang-kadang Dani will send you an email or WhatsApp. Datuk nak jumpa minum kopi. Memang nampak benda tu ala remeh je, tak payahlah pergi. Tapi in that minum kopi is actually sharing session. Sebab I want to keep in touch with you all. I tak nak lah my pet accountants club ni yang aktif cuma committee member saja. Kita nak semua orang aktif. Sebab kita tolong menolong. Mungkin kita boleh adakan certain program bila kita buat community service. Kan? Kita buat benda-benda yang berguna. Dan also in terms of we have strength in numbers. So kalau my pet accountants club ni have a bigger number of members, we can do a lot of things. We can organize a lot of things. Tapi kalau receptionnya dan kata orang tu the response rate is low. For example, I want to invite accountant tersohor ni, Faiz ke, Rauf ke, datang give talk and share the experience. Some of you are in audit kan, share the experience. Diorang pun dulu start macam you juga, audit trainee, articleship, masa diorang dulu start mula audit and how from that dia punya journey jadi successful managing partner, executive chairman PwC. Datuk Faiz pun he's also a lawyer kan. So I nak invite diorang bagi talk, career talk. It's not just about bagi kat students sebab diorang nak pass exam dulu. Nak bagi kat you all ni lah. Sebab we are just starting our career. Tapi I nak invite diorang. Datuk Nick, dia volunteer nak datang. Dia CEO tabung haji. Banyak. And he was regulator tau. Dia dulu dekat Securities Commission. Datuk Faiz ni semua takut kat dia. Dia tu regulator. Dia audit oversight board. Dia jaga all these audit companies. Dia pun datang. Dia boleh share semua. Tapi I segan nak invite dia orang. Sebab apa? Kalau kita panggil kita punya My Pet Accountants Club yang show up 6 orang. Jadi seganlah saya. Kan? I commit bukan senang nak dapat diorang punya date. And this is to benefit you all, bukan benefit I. I'm bukan trying to be pally. I memang dah pally pun dengan diorang. Memang kawan baik I semua. Tapi I nak panggil diorang tu. Oh, women. You know, career in accountancy. How Datuk Marina Tahir, she's now CFO. Tapi I boleh invite dia. She's more than willing to come. As a woman, what is it if she face challenges? You know, from the time she graduate, and then she now CFO. She was head of audit in MAS, and now she's CFO. Tapi what are the challenges she faced? So orang macam ni, no problem. I boleh invite. I know they're more than willing to share. Tapi yang datang 8 orang. Seganlah I. Nak dapat orang macam ni bukan senang. Yeah. So to me, you all participate, lagi you all participate, lagi you all benefit. Ni bukan apa. Saya kadang-kadang if I have a chance to talk to you all, nampak macam saya beletih. Memanglah saya beletih because among us ni I'm the oldest. Kalau saya tak letih you all, siapa lagi? Tapi saya letih ni daripada hati. Bukan saya saja-saja. Sebab apa yang kita organize tu untuk benefit you all juga. It is not for kata orang tu suka-suka. It's not, Sebab I nak macam I kata lahirkan my pet community. Bukan setakat tolong go through study, pass, dah, bye, that's it. Tak. Sebab pada saya we want to do something yang lebih bermakna. Something that lebih sustainable. And kalau saya dah tak ada nanti, you all lah penggantinya. To fly the flag macam my pet ni untuk menolong anak bangsa kita. You all lah akan become my succession plan. My succession plan. Sebab kalau saya dah tak ada, Faiz dah tak ada, kita orang ni semua bukan muda lagi. Siapa nak continue this journey? And kita tak boleh harapkan politician, diorang banyak cakap tak buat. Kita tak boleh harapkan orang lain. Orang lain takkan tolong bangsa kita. Kita kena tolong bangsa kita sendiri. And now you all qualified, you all are in a position to help. Jadi sebelum kita qualified, mungkin kita keadaan keluarga kita semua kita ada challenges. Tapi now that you're qualified, InsyaAllah, at least in terms of financial, semua more comfortable. So you are in a position to do that, to contribute. So what I'm trying to do is, my PAC Accountants Club ni have to be sustainable because I'm trying to build those successes. Bila saya dah tak ada siapa nak fly this flag, nak menolong orang Melayu. So itu yang saya nak daripada my PAC Accountants Club. Seri, how much time do I have left? Saya bos Seri, kena tanya masa. Seri? Unmute
Sorry,
Seri.
yes, sorry. Just about now, Datuk, maybe about another 5 minutes kalau Datuk nak accept any questions daripada kita punya guest.
Yes, I actually would love to hear some questions from you all. Mungkin ada masa untuk 2-3 soalan. Please, by all means, siapa nak tanya? Saya selalu bercakap pasal you all student pun, be brave, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask question. Don't be afraid to ask a stupid question because the only risk you're taking, you get a stupid answer. You won't die. So don't be afraid to ask question because lebih banyak kita bertanya, lebih banyak kita belajar.
Saya nak tanya Datuk kat tu.
Okay, please.
Okay, masa Datuk.
Sam. Mak lah nyari Sam. Congrats. Sam kerja kat Citibank
Ya.
Alhamdulillah. Ya, silakan.
Saya nak tanya Datuk. Masa Datuk mulakan kerjaya Datuk memang dah ada cita-cita tinggi untuk macam jadi CEO ke? Datuk memang just go with the flow? Memang Datuk memang ada cita-cita dari awal nak jadi chairman, nak jadi board director semua ke? Memang Datuk dari awal tak ada pun cita-cita tu, just go with the flow je?
Tak sampai chairman tapi cita-cita untuk jadi CEO tu ada.
Oh.
Sebab itu saya memang nak jadi accountant. Jadi sebelum saya pilih ACCA, saya tengok syllabus all the program. Saya sebenarnya mula marah ACCA kau dengar ni. Tapi ni kita dengan kita je lah ya. Saya sebenarnya nak ambil ICAW. Tapi saya dilahirkan and I was brought up in Singapore. So masa tu ICAW tak boleh buat kat iPad. Cuma boleh buat di London. Jadi mana saya nak dapat scholarship? Saya my father taxi driver je. So mana saya nak dapat duit di London tu. So my next best choice dengan ACCA marah saya. Yang beritahu dia orang tahu. So my next best choice is ACCA or CIMA or CPA Australia, one of these lah. So saya pergi collect semua brochure. Dulu tak ada internet. Tak ada macam download. Kena pergi collect brochure saya pergi. So bila saya study the syllabus, I know ACCA will be able to make me a CEO. And not just a CFO because of the breadth of the syllabus. It's a very wide syllabus. CIMA is a bit more restrictive. Dia lebih pada cost management. Tu. Tapi ACCA punya subject is more towards management. And so target CEO. Tapi bila dah pencen ni, orang jemput jadi chairman, kita pergilah. Tapi masa dulu, saya punya cita-cita memang CEO. Terima kasih. Siapa lagi ada soalan? Satu soalan lagi lah kalau boleh. Before I hand over to Cikgu Rohaiza.
I think this is your opportunity. Bukan senang kita nak dapat Datuk Zaitun ni. Any question please? Tanya.
Betul. Nak cakap direct ni dengan Datuk.
Saya nak tanya lah.
Please.
Okay, so, my name is Wafi. Okay, saya ada question, bukan question lah, it's more like asking for opinion lah. Because macam tadi Datuk cakap, we all ni, since we have basically dah habis ACCA, whatever, and then kita nak, we should be a member of ACCA satu, and at the same time, kena jadi member of MIA jugalah. So ultimately, be ACCA and a Chartered Accountant of Malaysia lah kan? Okay, so now, macam mana because saya punya background is I have both accounting degree and also ACCA. Okay, but then MIA pun itself accept direct entry from accounting graduates kan, those degree holder. So what set this two apart? I mean ACCA plus MIA member or direct CA by MIA macam tu. Sebab I have few friends lah yang macam diorang macam dia kata tak apalah, tak payahlah jadi ambil this foreign punya professional exam because ultimately kita yang dah ada accounting degree ni pun either way, I mean the end point pun last sekali semua akan jadi chartered juga kat Malaysia. Datuk ada any macam point of view tak dekat situ untuk dapat?
Itu satu soalan yang sangat bagus. Saya kena minta 10 minit daripada Puan Sri nak explain benda ni. It is an excellent question. Okay, dia macam ni. Under MIA, memang as a local degree holder, you after 3 years experience can call yourself a chartered accountant. Tetapi, the employer will decide in terms of the demand. Kat luar sana, kalau you call yourself chartered accountant tapi you tak ada professional qualification, many employer will not take. If you look at accounting firm, you will not get promoted unless you have professional qualification. If you look at Petronas, you can speak to Puan Nuraini. She doesn't recruit unless you have professional qualification. So, the difference is with the employer. And at the end of the day, kita belajar-belajar ni semua buat apa? Kita nak kerja kan? So, the employer is very important. This is still work in progress. In fact, we have identified this is one of the problem kenapa Melayu tak ramai ambil professional accountancy. Precisely macam you kata. Kita tak ada professional qualification pun kita boleh jadi chartered accountant apa. Tapi kalau chartered accountant shock sendiri, tapi the employer market is not recognizing, what's the point? So MIA Act, this is still in progress, is going to be changed. Because the accountancy profession is actually very broad. You have accounting technician. Kat sini, accounting technician ni tak berapa recognize. Tapi kat UK, kalau you ada CAT, and let's face it lah, I mean, ACCA exam is tough, you know. So, but not many people can make it all the way. Macam you all ni kira pandai. You can make it all the way and grad ACCA. Some people, they only can make it to CAT. But in UK, CAT itself is a job. As accounting technician. 2 tahun experience you boleh jadi accounting technician. So kat Malaysia tak boleh because we have made the accounting profession so narrow. You're either a chartered accountant or you're not. It doesn't have to be like that. So what we are proposing to the government, and this has some pushback lah, especially from university. Yeah, because I think if they look at the long-term interest of the bumi, they will see that what we are doing is necessary. But if they're looking only from their own perspective, from the university perspective, then you get a little bit self-centered lah. But if you look at the overall bumi interest, I did ask the person who designed the act, kawan I juga, many years ago bila dia jadi accountant general. So masa dia jadi accountant general, dia orang yang pass act ni. Saya kata, kenapa you buat? Dia kata, orang Melayu tak boleh pass professional. So, kalau orang Melayu tak boleh pass professional, macam mana kita nak adakan chartered accountant? So, kita buat kita punya sendiri. Itu yang after degree 3 years boleh jadi chartered accountant tu. Ya, so kan kita suka made in Malaysia, suka Malaysia boleh. So, ni made in Malaysia lah. Malaysia boleh. Sebab they believe at that time, orang Melayu tak boleh pass professional accountant. That's why kita orang jalankan MyPack ni. MyPack dah produce 662 full Malay affiliates. ACCA just within about 3.5 years. Yeah, so we have proven you all, terima kasih banyak-banyak, you all help us to prove that Melayu memang boleh pass. Okay, so what we are trying to do is we are trying to broaden the act. So under the new act, there will be accounting technician, there will be graduate accountant, which is for those with degree, and there will be professional accountant, which is you all. So professional accountant, bukan kata those graduate accountant with degree tak boleh cari kerja, boleh. If they want to be biasa-biasa, kerja kat bank, kerja kat government, boleh. Tetapi certain jobs, like you sign as CFO of a public listed company punya accounts, you become audit committee chairman, you want to be an auditor and you want to sign on client account, you better have professional qualification. Why? Because those with professional qualification, you have to keep up with the international financial reporting standards. And in Malaysia now, you don't have a choice. Even tabung haji, as a GLC, as a statutory body, kita kena comply. Because that's under the law. We have to comply with MFRS, which as you know has converged with IFRS. So we need professional accountants to be able to sign off. So when people are actually making investment decisions based on you punya signature tu, you better be professional accountant and know what you're doing. So this is the differentiation that we are making lah. Jadi it's a very long answer, but essentially that is what it is. So maybe some of your friends, they actually have become MIA member pun, kan? When they were university graduate. Lepas tu sekarang through my PAC program dah jadi professional accountant. What you need to do is to engage with MIA to reclassify your membership under professional body. As opposed to last time you are a graduate accountant. Yeah? But be careful with what you are saying here. What I'm telling you rather, when you share with your friends. Because actually the university lecturer, they don't like me. A lot of people don't like me lah, tapi tak apalah. Asal Allah like me. A lot of people don't like me, tak apa, I tak ada masalah. Dia kata I merendah-rendahkan local degree. Masya Allah, I tak pernah cakap macam tu. What I'm saying is, tepuk dada, tanya selera. If you have a local degree, you punya prospek kerja setakat ni. Because employer, bukan I cakap, employer cakap. This is the employer market is important. Tapi kalau you ada professional qualification, you can go a lot further. So the way I put it is always, if the Malay can jump 5 feet, why make them jump 2 feet? My pack has proven Malay not only jump 5 feet, 7 feet pun boleh. Tu yang prize winner Wan Mafuda tu semua. Kan? But by giving this easy route, and by saying, alah, kita boleh jadi chartered accountant juga. I want to stop Malay mentality macam tu, boleh tak? Because if you all sekarang ada ACCA, you have a global qualification, you stand tall adik-adik. You stand tall. Kita ada global qualification anak Melayu. Di situ kita nak Melayu berada. So janganlah mentality macam, alah, apa, I kata macam, I cakap dengan orang accountant general, ni actual meeting, formal meeting. I cakap, chartered is a very sacred word. Kita tak boleh main bubur je chartered accountant. I kata kat London pun, ACCA by Royal Charter of the Queen. Baru kita boleh guna word chartered tu. Associate Chartered Certified Accountant. Chartered Institute of Accountants, England and Wales. The word chartered tu. And you know what they said to me? Kita pun ada, kita gunalah mohor besar raja-raja. Jadi mentaliti orang Melayu macam ni yang sangat menyedihkan. Ya. Jadi saya tak pernah pun merendahkan degree. In fact, many of our graduate for ACCA yang dengan MyPack come from degree route. And in fact, the university should be proud. Kan? With the degree, you ambil 4 paper je, you are recognised by global body. So instead of menentang benda tu, sepatutnya dia menyokong sebab they make them look good. Betul tak? From this university kita ada berapa. So kita ada rekod. From this university kita dah ada berapa. Yang ambil 4 papers saja dah ini. Macam our SIMW scholars semua post degree. Ambil 4 paper dah dapat global standard. First attempt pula tu. The university should be proud. Rather than trying to resist it. Yeah. So because you asked a question that really struck a chord with me, my jawapan tu panjang sikit. Yeah. Tetapi I hope with this jawapan, Melayu berpandangan global. Berpandangan luas. Sebab in today's market, kalau China banyak professional accountant dan kita setakat chartered accountant yang kita buat sendiri, is not recognised by employer, Melayu takkan ke mana, dik. Future position, kita laki tau buat MyPac. Managing partner EY Melayu, managing partner KPMG Melayu, the executive chairman PwC Melayu. That's why kita boleh buat MyPac. In future, kalau kita tak careful, tak ada Melayunya, those positions. In fact, you ask them. That's why I want to invite you on talk to you, provide you all come lah. It's challenging for Datuk Faiz, Datuk Rauf and Datuk Johan to do their succession planning. Sebab diorang kena groom dalam tu. Malay partners that can take over from them. And the numbers are very small. Why? Because kalau they come from Big Four ni, selalu they will go to corporate, boom, terus CFO. Yeah? The current CFO of, sekarang dah CEO pun Petronas, Tengku Taufik, is PwC. He's ICAW. So this is where I think cara pemikiran kita tu kalau boleh kita I cerita dengan you all ni panjang lebar. Why? Because as I said, you all are my succession planning for like what my pack is trying to do. So when you explain to your friends, this is the way I would hope that you would explain. Yeah. Jadi kadang-kadang Melayu, we are our worst enemies tau. Kadang-kadang you be surprised. Projek My Pack ni pun Masya Allah banyak halangan. Tapi saya bekerja keras, saya bersemangat saya buat sebab saya tahu benda baik memang banyak halangan. Kalau nak buat kerja jahat senang je. Kalau kita nak buat kerja baik memang banyak halangan ya. Tapi yang sedihnya yang menghalang tu orang Melayu. Tapi kadang-kadang yang bagi saya bantuan pula orang Cina. Tu yang sedih. Because apa? Dia orang very practical. They look at business. They have to recruit Malay because they want to audit JLC. Malay tak ada. So they help me lah. Good lah. My pet produce give me. I employ. You tanya Datuk Gan. BDO banyak ambil. Kita punya graduate daripada my pet. And they're doing well lah. They're handling 2-3 job at one time. Cepatlah belajar kan. Kalau handle 2-3 job. So I think I've taken a long time to explain. But it is important for all of you to listen to this sebab kita kena faham there is always a reason why certain things are done. So kita kena faham and kita kena tahu what really is the intention. And I want you all to be with us. I want you all to be part of this. Kami dah tak ada nanti you all lah take over buat benda ni. Demi anak Melayu kita. Okay, so I think cikgu pun dah berpeluh tunggu. I've taken up a long time. So I wish you a fruitful morning with Puan Rohaiza. I nak puji dia. Dia berkeluarga and yet she spent a lot of time on my pet. Saya puji sangat dan saya berterima kasih sangat Rohaiza. And kalau Rohaiza boleh, kenapa lah you all muda-muda ni tak boleh? So sparing an afternoon, sparing a morning macam ni, sharing and helping others. I think you should follow Rohaiza punya footstep. She is a very good role model in terms of our MyPac Accountants Club President. So with that, I wish you a very fruitful morning and all the very best in your careers. And don't worry, anytime, any place you can contact MyPac. You send in email, you can call us. My pet will always be here for you. Even if you don't speak to me directly, it will come to me. And we will see what we can do. Yeah? So have a fruitful morning. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Datuk,
Terima kasih,
if you can
Datuk.
hold on the line sekejap ya, Puan Rohaiza, just to let Datuk know and our other MAC members. Wafi is not exactly our MyPack scholar, Datuk, but Wafi has voluntarily applied to become our MAC member. So just to let you know that we do have external parties who are interested macam Wafi, they can actually apply to us lah. We will run through the CV and everything.
Oh, great. So Wafi,
Yes.
how did you qualify? Did you self-study or?
To certain extent I have to thank Datuk juga lah, because I'm from UIA, and then I think it was in 2016. I think Datuk came to UIA together with Puan Sri at that time. So at that time, waktu tu lah yang I macam, oh okay, macam sort of exposed dengan ACCA lah semua, whatever professional accountancy lah. So but then I wasn't a direct benefit recipient lah my pack ni. I qualified through other lah. So that's why. But then I macam interested untuk macam I've been following my pack. Cuma I never actually work together with my pack lah. I just find it interesting and how that my pack really bantu orang lah. That's why I kind of interested untuk join.
Terima kasih banyak Wafi. You are most welcome. And then kalau ada kawan-kawan lain nak join pun bawa lah saya. Macam saya kata, it doesn't matter lah funded by my pack. Saya nak bina community professional accountant Melayu yang muda-muda ni supaya jadi satu community. Dan you all will benefit insyaAllah personally and spiritually. Sebab kita bila macam saya katalah satisfaction menolong ni, Masya Allah, dia punya satisfaction memang lain. And as a community, you make friends, now you get to know Rohaiza, you get to know Sam, you get to know so many people within this community. And masa you all punya career, semua dah tak ada. So kalau you nak bertanya, you nak kawan yang sama-sama, dia orang ni lah. So this is really a community. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Okay, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Datuk.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi. Thank you banyak-banyak, Datuk.
So we hand over to Puan Rohaiza. Thank you, Puan Rohaiza.
Okay, thank you, Puan Sri. Okay, Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi semua. I'm very happy to see all of you today kan. In allocating your time kan, Sabtu kan. Some of you yang muda-muda ni kadang keluar, even yang ada family pun keluar, So at least maybe kita gunakan keberkatan pagi ni untuk kita sama-sama lah mendapat ilmu lah berkaitan dengan mentoring ya. So sambil tu mana-mana nanti tim MAC boleh bantu saya in between, jika ada apa-apa soalan you all boleh bertanya ya. So saya buka slide terlebih dahulu. Okay. Semua nampak ke?
Nampak.
Nampak ya.
Can see.
Okay. So without further ado, let us start. Before that, ini adalah kali kedua lah saya share ilmu ni. Sebelum ni is towards our group 1 mentor somewhere last year. So this is a knowledge yang sebelum ni kita dapat daripada consultant, and then kita come up with our own version so that it can be applied to our ACCA, to our MyPack MAC Club So okay, so the content of today, apa yang saya nak sampaikan, pertama, apa itu mentoring, what is a mentor, apa support yang diperlukan oleh mentors, macam mana kita nak jadi efektif, apa itu mentoring proses. Actually we use ada satu model ni nama grow model. So mentor ni as a menggunakan grow model as a guideline, and then apa learning cycle kita, then how we manage this mentor-mentee meetings, apakah habits yang efektif untuk mentor-mentee, and then kita ada evaluation and reporting, dan akhirnya akan recap lah and wrap up our session. Okay. Alright. Terus ke slide pertama. So apa itu mentoring? So I believe kebanyakan yang hadir di sini ada semangat untuk menjadi mentor. Saya mengucapkan tahniah banyak-banyak because of your willingness and commitment to come here, dalam Webex ni untuk memahami apa itu mentoring. So basically kalau kita tengok kita punya event last time, macam saya sendiri ada 2 orang, nak kata adik angkat atau anak angkat lah, yang memang my mentee, yang I ada I guide and facilitate throughout last year lah untuk they all hadapi exam. So the same thing nanti, you all akan ada allocation adik-adik yang sedang belajar untuk you all sama-sama share your experience, how you study, untuk you build up them supaya terus berjaya macam you all semua ya. So what is mentoring? Mentoring ni is, pertama is to provide wisdom and guidance based on experience. You all memang dah berjaya dalam ACCA. So this is the time whereby you give back balik kepada society. Dengan adanya mentoring program ni, kita akan use your wisdom, experience untuk guide adik-adik kita yang lain ya, supaya dapat berjaya seperti kita. And then focuses on solution rather than problems. You akan nampak bila kita dalam our mentor-mentee program, kita akan ada adik-adik yang ada masalah, you know. But what we nak fokus is on the solution. Macam mana kita nak selesaikan bersama-sama rather than dwell in saying, okay, I also have the same problem and yes, but you have to actually give solution, macam mana kita nak bantu untuk selesaikan. And mentoring is a relationship designed to build confidence and support the mentee. Sekarang ni, the confidence is both sides sebenarnya, untuk diri you dan juga untuk mentee. Sebab when you have this mentoring skill, dia akan menyebabkan you lebih berkeyakinan. That one memang through experience. I rasa siapa yang jadi mentor last program, they have the same feeling, and actually we sit down together untuk share sama-sama our experience as a mentor, and also the mentee also will share their experience. And seterusnya we listen and ask questions that will challenge the mentee. So this program is serious. What I said bagi mereka, yang to join this mentor, you have to be serious. The thing is, you have that niat untuk membantu adik-adik kita untuk berjaya. So kita kena prihatin, you always have to listen, and you have to accommodate and allocate time ya untuk actually for your adik-adik mentee ni. So that will have this trust between you dengan mentee kita nanti. And also it's a motivation. You guide, motivating guide to the mentees to achieve their goals. Sebab dia akan, if you are a mentor, you akan menjadi macam bukanlah icon in a sense lah, but somebody yang mentee akan look up to, you know. So dia sedang study, so dia nak berjaya macam kita. Macam mana kita boleh lulus? So that's where we need to guide them. And actually, as kalau you tengok, remember Datuk mentioned just now, it's a self-satisfaction. Apabila dia berjaya, you know, when they pass their papers, you sendiri akan rasa, wow, you memang usaha dia, but at least you are with them during that time semasa dia memerlukan bantuan, memerlukan guidance. And ia juga, mentoring ini akan accelerate the mentees development. You will see that mungkin mula-mula you kena timid, very like, tak banyak bercakap, you know. But later when you have this communication with them, maybe ada once a while you akan jumpa they all, then you will see that sedikit demi sedikit they will change and trust you and talk to you more. So that's where you akan rasa you nampak the kemajuan pada your mentees ya. So as what shown in the slide, it's giving motivation, giving advice, you know, towards success, giving the direction to our mentee, sambil tu coaching, support each other, and kita focus to the goal and sambil tu training. It's what good about this. It's just not maknanya mentee tu sahaja menerima, you know, this benefits, tapi it's actually build up yourself. Ini yang I think, walaupun I ni dah berumur, dah banyak melalui, you know, so many staff under me dan sebagainya, but this mentoring actually giving me this certain age. Maknanya dia lebih push me to appreciate, you know, that session with the mentee and how kita impact other people's life and actually giving back, contribute back to the society. Okay, so next. Okay, what is the role of mentor? Tadi sikit sebanyak saya dah huraikan, but basically it's about listening and always asking the relevant questions tau untuk develop. Maknanya this is actually related to your work punya situation, because you always have this RPA, you know, problem solving punya skill, whereby you understand that situation. You perlu understand that situation into giving the right solution, into killing the root cause, rather than you pergi merata-rata tanpa menjawab, you know, questions yang ditanya oleh the mentee, or even in your working life lah. So we provide information and knowledge. So whatever skill, knowledge yang you ada, inilah masanya untuk share. Sometimes bila kita kerja, you just sit down and do your work and then siap and then pass to your IM atau supervisor. But this is where you really have to pay attention, understand the other people, and you akan jadi less selfish lah sebenarnya, you know, and offer different perspective. So you akan ada banyak-banyak perspektif yang selama ini sometimes you fokus hanya satu sahaja to solve problems, but you also actually dengar pelbagai perspektif. Even when you discuss dengan your mentee, actually they also, upon discussion, you can come up with a certain other perspektif yang sebelum ni pun you rasa, oh, something you tak terfikir. And then di sini you provide support and encouragement. This is very important. Role of mentor to support your mentee to see through that she going for success, sebagaimana kita sebelum ini yang sit down and try to do our best, even repeat papers in order to pass our ACCA. And then kita provide an insight into mentee achievement. So kita bukan sahaja maknanya just have a sit down with our mentee, just looking at the clock nak settlekan. No, you have to have the insight into the mentee achievement. Actually kejayaan dia tu is like kejayaan bersama, but you have to know the effort tu memang effort at her or his side untuk push themselves untuk lulus. You are the guidance, the facilitator to actually make them focus untuk mencapai cita-cita dia. So be a sounding board ni interesting. You always have to maknanya give feedback, always give encouragement. Sometimes that doesn't mean that you have to go face to face. It's okay to WhatsApp untuk bertanya khabar, how are they going dengan dia punya study, dengan classes, ada masalah ke, how can you help them as to provide the solution as mentioned just now. And then being mentor and mentee is like you are being, you have a new friends. Kalau you ada seorang, dua, you have more friends lah, adik-adik mentee kita ni. Just imagine bagi mereka yang ada adik, then you will understand this feeling. It's friends, but it's actually you rasa more than friends. Sebab mentee ni is very close to you. I hope that you, when you go deep into this program, you will have this. So that's why I said down now itu is very important. Your commitment is very important in order to menjayakan, you know, this mentor program, mentor and mentee program. And then you assist mentees to develop areas of development. Sebab nanti bila you go through dengan mentee, you akan nampak ada mentee yang very, pandai, genius, ambil sekali paper, pass. But you also have your mentee yang maybe need that more guidance. Mungkin sekali dia fail, then you sit down and check. Sometimes you macam ada even checklist to yourself kan, bila you nak pass this ACCA paper, dia dah buat ni tak, homework buat tak, or all the mock exam buat tak, attendance to their class and all that. That is very important for you to have that insight of that mentee. Then you can actually zoom through kat mana yang dia sepatutnya beef up. Maybe dia tak banyak buat past year questions. You as a mentor nanti, it's not like you jadi macam cikgu dia. No, you facilitate. You actually help tengok apa yang kekurangan atau development areas yang you nampak yang you boleh bantu untuk mentee you terus berjaya and pass their paper. So as a mentor, you will have the opportunity to use your experience and knowledge in facilitating manner to support the development of the mentee. Tetapi as I mentioned tadi, the responsibility for making things happen and putting plans into action lies primarily with the mentee, not with you. So yes, you dah bagi pelbagai guideline, you know, the session to understand, try to solve the problems, try to improve the mana yang weaknesses towards strength, ya. Jadi all you dah buat, tapi there might be a certain, sometimes to the certain masa, bila masa exam tu something happen dan mungkin menyebabkan dia tidak lulus, but never like give up. Continue to boost and give support and facilitate. Sometimes that even berlaku pada diri kita. Even sebelum ni pun for me lah, to share with you, I rasa tak pernah fail exam, you know, paper, you know. Tetapi bila kat ACCA ni is, wow, it happened. You can tak pass satu paper and that's the experience yang you kena bawa. Maknanya you feel, you pernah merasa pengalaman tu and that's where you have to share. Jika mentee you have the same problem, so share macam mana sebelum ni you mengatasi masalah itu so that we can find the solution in order to push our mentee untuk berjaya seperti kita, ya. Okay, so this is some of the quotes lah in between the slides. A good mentor teaches you how to think, not what to think. You are not feeding them, okay buat ni, buat tu, ni. But you tengok dulu apa yang the weaknesses pada your mentee and help them to think about the how. Bukan feed them tau. Buat ni, buat itu untuk dia buat. No. Ask yourself and ask that mentee how untuk mengatasi if there's a weaknesses, how to actually go and do something, maybe the way you are doing it sebelum ini untuk lulus ataupun the other way yang you rasa pengalaman orang lain yang membantu you to actually move forward. So it's how and not what, ya. Itu kita kena remember. Okay, support for mentors. Mentors, ya. Self-realization is crucial here. The fact is we do not know everything and as mentor we need to. Ini bermaksud kita bukannya tahu semua. Doesn't mean, oh I tak boleh jadi mentor sebab I baru saja setahun bekerja, contohnya. No. The mentor in you ni lies even masa you study pun. Even masa you go and try to achieve and lulus your papers. So itu yang penting. Mentors ni bukan habis ACCA, that's it, stop kerja, you know, just focus on kerja. It's actually a continuously develop ourselves. You kena membaca, go for trainings, go for forums. It's up to you. Sometimes your company provide that training platform. You have some academy or learning journey, so actively participate. If not pun, your own time, you baca buku, you have other training external yang you boleh sit, especially sekarang ni Webex punya training banyak kan, just join so that you also develop your own self punya skill, and confidence as a mentor. And you continuously learn from our own mentors, colleague and peers. So it doesn't mean sometimes nanti bila jadi mentor-mentee ni, you akan juga share dengan other mentors tau. So how they actually dengan dia punya mentee, mungkin ada cara yang dia apply tak sama dengan kita, yang mungkin kita boleh apply. But remember, not all mentees the same. You kena tahu tu, because every mentees ni dia tak sama. The way, the tahap of the study, the way they develop, the strength and the weaknesses tu different. So you need to, as I mentioned tadi, identify that. Then baru you know to provide the solution. Okay. Ada apa-apa soalan tak? Kalau tak ada, I continue, and maybe after this session, saya boleh terimalah soalan-soalannya. So how to become an effective mentor? Dia effective mentoring ni, dia multidimensional. So ada the best mentors adjust their role to meet the mentees need. So seperti yang saya cakap tadi, you tak boleh guna general concept, kejayaan general menyebabkan kejayaan kepada mentee. No. What you have to do is bila you sit down dengan your mentee, you bersembang dengan dia, you tengok development dia, then you know sebenarnya how you nak adjust kepada mentee tersebut. Some mentees very agile, very macam bersemangat, Some of them is not. Because you have to know sometimes the background of our mentees adalah menjadi sebab. So you need to deep dive to understand mentee ni in order for you to actually adjust and provide the solution of how actually to help our mentee untuk berjaya. So as what here stated, there is no single formula for good mentoring. Yet key characteristic and behaviours build a foundation to good mentoring. So seperti kat bawah tu, kita ada characteristic atau values yang actually we supposed to follow through. That is approachable, sharing, kita confident, yang ini keep the secret, you cannot bercerita, you keep it to yourself and you try to solve and try to build up your mentee untuk berjaya. The openness, the trust, kita kena hormat each other walaupun dia adik, tetapi keep respecting, macam mana kita dekat masa bekerja tu, we have to do the same values, how to treat other people, memberi appropriate feedback, technical expertise, apa yang ada pada kita share sama-sama, we support each other, we give full commitment. Jika kata nak berjumpa masa ni ataupun Webex masa ni, try to commit yourself. Desire, ini memang passion, you have to have that desire to be a mentor and always reliable, depend on, dia akan percaya, trust and always have the confident, and trust with you. Be consistent, empathy, and feel how if you are in her or his shoes as a mentee, and always be understanding. You kena faham, memahami, because I think these values, the characteristic actually build up yourself even in your working punya environment and push you forward. Okay, a mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. This is very true sebab sometimes jika mentee berseorangan, dia bukan mentee, maknanya dia belajar seorang-seorang. Sometimes dia seldom bercampur dengan orang, they just pergi kelas, balik and buat kerja, homework and all that. But a mentor ni is another additional punya bantuan tau, to actually allow kita punya mentee even allow to see in yourself, ada hope in you and also in your mentee to be successful. Okay, so the mentoring process ni macam ni. Kita identify the needs, Maknanya sebenarnya nanti akan ada session, you akan being assigned to your mentee, siapa, and then di situ kita akan ada this communication dengan our mentee and we set goals tau. Dia ada dalam paper, maknanya first meeting kita akan set goals, apa yang kita nak buat. It won't be the same for mentor-mentee, setiap mentor-mentee ya, because you have to bersembang dulu and understand your mentee, apa paper yang dia sedang buat, berapa paper yang dia akan finish off ya. You have to understand that scenario. Might be some yang post, ada yang memang very junior ya. So you have to look at how to set the goals and then kita establish agreement, okay? What I want to do is I want to actually help you in this area. Maybe on the English punya write up skills, you know. Yang itu yang mungkin menyebabkan dia less confidence in writing, you know, bila menjawab soalan. And then akan ada observations sebab you akan tengok dia punya kejayaan, dia punya paper, dia pass ke tak. Okay, sebelum tu preparation, tanya dia dah buat ni ke, dah buat tu ke, dah buat ke, all the past year's questions. Bukannya you sit down and solving the you know the soalan tau. It's more to guide them how. Bukannya like to answer for them ya. That's very critical. And then kita bagi feedback, have that session, bagi feedback to our mentee. Maybe cara ni tak berjaya, mungkin ada cara lain yang you have to agree. Maybe this area yang kita tak touch and we need to beef up that area untuk push you to succeed ya. And then kita ada action plan, kita write the action plan and then kita review. And this mentoring cycle akan berulang lah. Yeah, because it might be 1 year or 2 years. Biasanya 1 year lah you will be put with the same mentees. Tetapi dalam kita punya program ni akan ada adjustment. Jika ada yang disagreement between both of mentor and mentee, we will as the committee we will look up and tengok macam mana kita boleh bantu untuk solve lah the matter ya bersama-sama. Okay, so the mentoring process, okay, kita establish a partnership agreement. Saya mention tadi kan, apa yang kita buat, setting goals tadi and agreement tu, sebenarnya kita sign off together. So kita tengok, who are we? Personal background kita, goals kita, cara kita think ya, and skills and abilities. Itu perkara yang kita kena establish dulu. So antara kita dengan kita punya mentee when we are as a mentor. So apa goals yang kita nak set? Kenapa I nak jadi mentor ni? Apa yang I perlukan daripada mentor and mentee program ni? So macam mana I nak jadi efektif? You kena fikir ni, berapa masa yang you boleh actually allocate untuk invest dalam this program. Sebab masing-masing akan berbeza, tak sama. We will not set a schedule, okay, every every week you kena jumpa your mentee. No, it's up to you, the agreement you dengan your mentee. So how many meetings you nak buat, how long, macam mana nak support and what is the ground rules. Komitmen tu you sendiri akan establish. Kita hanya bagi guideline saja for the program as general, but the details tu nanti you akan establish with your mentee and ada persetujuan lah. Jangan tak setuju pula you impose juga, you kena follow the way I buat. No So what are we going to do? So we are going to work together. Kita define action yang kita nak buat. There's actually akan ada form untuk kita fill in, untuk remind kita apa komitmen kita tu. So kita akan facilitate and discuss untuk define action tu clearly. Sebab kita akan cakap ini kita akan buat, ini masa yang saya available, ini masa yang kena commit lah, kita sama-sama berjumpa physically ataupun dalam Webex ataupun WhatsApp, FaceTime ke dan sebagainya, is upon agreement bersama. Then kita akan identify, letak terus our first action plan, bila kita nak complete, apa outcomes yang kita expect daripada kita punya session, dan kita akan evaluate and bagi feedback, and proses tu akan berlaku. Sometimes mungkin Fidani atau MAC akan bagi reminder untuk make sure that you are on track. Kita faham sebab you are busy, bekerja dan sebagainya, ada family, but this is part of commitment when you dah assigned inside the mentoring mentor-mentee program. This is a commitment. You always have to remember this thing is hasil dia nanti you akan dapat rasa kepuasan because you tak selfish. You are actually doing something untuk melihat other people, your mentee berjaya sebagaimana you nampak diri you yang bersusah payah sebelum ni nak finishkan your papers, your professional papers. So that is how we actually continue this supporting each other punya proses. And insyaAllah nanti bila dia ada pengalaman as a mentee, later bila dia lulus dalam ACCA, dia pula akan jadi mentor untuk sama-sama to support adik-adik lain yang baru ya. So this is our nawaitu and we hope that this will be continuous lah ya. So ini yang I mention grow program yang mana this is sum up whatever sebenarnya yang dah diterangkan. So bila kita berada bersama our mentee, so apa yang kita nak achieve? Apa yang kita nak achieve? You kena specifically nak dia efficient atau very good at writing English contohnya. Atau kita tahu P2 paper dia agak lemah contohnya. So how do we encourage untuk dia buat past year's question, have the allocation of time untuk buat bersama-sama, bukan buat guide atau support, give the encouragement, good, you are doing this, good, you are doing your homework, good, macam tu. You facilitate and then apakah the current situation yang sekarang you faham, kita nak ke mana, sebab kita nak come up with the outcome, you must know the reality check lah. Sekarang ni you dengan mentee ni di mana, so apa option-option yang ada in order for you to come up with your action plan tu. You kena provide option and sharing your experience. Might be mentee tak terfikir sebab dia baru. You ada pengalaman, maybe sambil tu you throw out ideas, you throw out options and might be, oh, I tak pernah buat tu. Mentee may sound dia express dia understanding tu. Maybe ada yang dia tak pernah guna pun tak terfikir. So that will actually give you the opportunity untuk cuba and might be itu adalah formula untuk dia sukses ya. And then you decide what action to take, whereby bila you ada a plan, then you tahu your measurement ya, you set the target, it is under the SMART lah, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and timely lah sebenarnya. So then this grow model is actually helping the mentor to set up your action plan and how you nak focus and monitor your mentee. So ini in general what is SMART goals. Bila you buat dalam your action plan, dia mesti ada this element, it must be specific, dia boleh measure, dia achievable, realistic and timely. Yang ini I think sesiapa yang bekerja, ada pengalaman bekerja, this will always be inside your KPI punya ni kan, setting. So I don't feel that you have problem in understanding these SMART goals lah. Okay, you kena clear because even dalam kerja sekarang pun outcome will be our end game. Apa outcome kita nak, then baru kita set our plan to achieve that. Yeah, so dalam you achieve that, you kena very clear, the goals you kena specific, tak ada very general, it can be measured, boleh achieve, bukannya something yang impossible, realistic and dia perlulah boleh measure. Contohnya dalam masa setahun you have a quarterly meeting ke, you touch base dengan your mentee in order for you to measure, are we dah capai tak? Okay, kita punya action yang kita nak just now, yang saya mention sebentar tadi ya. So this is what the do and don'ts untuk mentor and mentee ya. So first you have to remember to focus apa yang mentee need to achieve. Ya, bukan a general, bukan you nak achieve tau. You must specifically tengok apa your mentee ni nak achieve. Then you are the one who help them to come up with the action plan. So do not take responsibility for the action plan because action plan ni agreement. So kita tanya, kita propose, mentee commit, saya akan commit and follow this action plan and it can be reflected nanti bila tengok dalam quarterly exam results dan sebagainya. So you have to always look at the cycle lah yang I mentioned just now, mentoring cycle. So sometimes apa yang you buat might be tak mencapai your target tadi, so you kena look at the other options, you know, by looking at your experience and other people's experience and sharing with other mentors. So remember to listen more than you talk. Peranan mentor ni dia jangan banyak cakap. Dia lebih kepada mendengar apa mentee tu nak bincang, nak suarakan. That is very critical. You give them the opportunity to talk. Sometimes masa dia bercakap, you can pick up sebenarnya apakah isu, the problem statement, the root cause. And that's where you sama-sama cuba cadangkan the action plan yang boleh mencapai objektif. Apa yang mentee tu kehendaki. Do not assume that what work for you will work for your mentee. Ini saya mention juga just now. Because the mentee tak sama dengan kita and tak sama dengan orang lain. So you have to really tengok and work up with them. Okay, so jangan put an assumption terus. Oh, I assume dia ni macam ni. Samalah macam I sebelum ni atau kawan I sebelum ni. So this will be the definite action plan. No. So you will have to work out together with your mentee. Jangan ada assumption. It's a very clear apa yang you nak capai. Remember to support and encourage the mentee. I know we are busy with our work, with our audit, but please, the touch point yang kita beri, the support, walaupun sekejap, one day, just as a one shot quotes atau one shot bertanya khabar, it makes a lot of difference to our mentee. Believe me, memang betul. Even I pun rasa if I dapat tiba-tiba WhatsApp, even from our mentee, it is like, wow, I mean, she can have the effort untuk WhatsApp you kan. So please have that support and encouragement. Support each other. Do not take action on behalf of the mentee unless you jointly agree that this is the best course of action. So kalau perkara yang sebenarnya yang sama berkaitan dengan assumption, you don't assume, but you kena jointly agree. Jangan it is your plan. It must be agreed between both of you. Okay, that's very important supaya mentor and mentee program ni berjaya. Jika masing-masing ada different yang outcome and different actions, I mean nama je sama action plan, tapi it tak dipersetujui bersama, so you will see the gap and you tak akan berjaya untuk capai lah outcome yang you hendak bersama-sama. Because please remember, this is mentee, kita nak facilitate and guide our mentee. So always, just now, empathy, remember, put yourself in his or her shoes. Apa yang dia nak, apa masalah dia yang sebenarnya. So, kalau nak ikutkan, if you think sometimes it's just support, maybe dia tak ada kakak atau abang, or the only, daughter or, son. So that part of, understand each other and try to support each other is very critical. And remember to keep an open mind. As I said, jangan assume. Jangan assume langsung. This is a very good even learning curve for you in working environment. Even dalam kerja pun, you don't like people to assume. I memang pantang kalau my staff even do assumption without details. Where is the details? Where is your plan? Where is the outcome? How do you want to go about it? Then you go to the how part lah kan. So the same thing here. You have to keep an open mind, always receptive ideas. Jangan selalu ingat kita sahaja yang betul. That always happen now, especially when you are bosses and sometimes you feel you have that. Tapi bila you in mentor and mentee program, be empathy. Macam mana mentee tu nak, you selami perasaan dia and you try to actually bring together, especially mana you nampak the weaknesses into strength, and together we succeed lah together sama-sama. And again, I always remind, it is always the kerja keras, the commitment by our mentee tu sendiri yang memberi kejayaan atau tidak lah at the end of the day. But you have at least put that effort to facilitate and to guide them to succeed. So mentoring is a brain to pick, an ear to listen, and a push in the right direction. So by John Crosby. So ini yang kita nak daripada our mentoring. It is memang kita nak sama-sama ensure that our mentee benefits from this program, berjaya sama-sama, always lend your ears to listen, and kita pergi ke arah yang sama. There's no gap. I faham, mentor faham macam ni, mentee ingat macam ni. You always have to echo balik your understanding to drive both of the parties to go towards the same direction. Okay, this is the learning cycle. So yang learning cycle ni is for you and also for mentee. You always ada this kind of, setiap orang ni lain bila dia experience masing-masing lain, and how even you reflect and observe pun tak sama. It always based on your thinking and based on your background tau. So this will always akan come up, converge your idea, the thinking untuk kepada do, the active implementation. You akan experience, you akan buat eksperimen yang mana untuk test whether apa yang kita decide sebelum ni bersama dengan mentee kita tu is actually the right one, the right formula untuk push our mentee untuk berjaya. So then you will have, bila dia berjaya, you dah implement certain formula yang sebenarnya that is the one yang akan push our mentee to berjaya. So even certain concept you can see nanti dalam mentee you, jika dia buat perkara tu, actually you nampak dia akan bagi positive impact untuk dia berjaya. So that's where you akan ada this learning cycle yang berbeza untuk setiap orang. So this one akan clearly explain apa yang dalam gambar rajah learning cycle tu So by understanding, alamak sekejap bateri I dah low sekejap Syah, tolong ni. Connection. Mana lagi satu? Ni. Tak lagi satu. Sampai. Try. Allah. Boleh tak? Tarik je. Sekejap I'm trying to connect extension. Sorry. Okay tak? Tak, you tak connect lagi? Dah? Tak apa, cuba tu. Okay, saya sambung terus sambil dia tak ada ni. Okay, so basically the learning cycle ni, when we understand the learning cycle, so part of the role of mentor ni, kita nak encourage mentee kita So ada setiap karakter yang berlainan pada setiap orang. There is activist, dia akan nak spend more time untuk new experience, and dia akan encourage to recall and reflect on experience. Dia ada terbahagi kepada 4 how learning style setiap orang ni berbeza. Satu, dia aktivis yang mana suka nak experience but teoris ni dia akan always tak nak cuba sesuatu perkara yang baru until dia dapat complete information. Tapi dia lambat lah sebab nak complete information, sebab itu dia dipanggil teoris. Pragmatis ni, alamak.
Okay guys, kita tunggu sekejap untuk Puan Rohaiza set up balik laptop.
For the meantime, kalau ada sesiapa yang nak buat minuman ke, ambil makanan ke, sambil-sambil dengan mentoring workshop ni pun boleh jugalah. So nanti taklah boring and mengantuk lagi-lagi hari Sabtu kan.
Puan Rohaiza disconnected ni, Fida ni.
Ya, sebab bateri low.
Okay. I kena mute lah sebab orang keliling ni ada apa ni? Potong rumput pula.
Oh, okay. Boleh.
Okay, I'm back again.
Welcome back, Puan Rohaiza.
Sorry.
Well, welcome back,
Habis
Rohaiza.
bateri. Laptop I habis bateri.
Okay.
So, okay, I share again ya yang mana.
Thank you.
Okay, sekejap Okay, kita di sini Semua nampak Okay. So, kita masih di learning cycle punya slides. So, as I mentioned tadi, pragmatis ni, they always want to think about, dia asyik fikir, dia plan, bagi dia plan tu very important untuk dia sampai kepada approach yang dia nak buat tu. Jadi dia banyak plan, tapi execution portion pula agak fail lah di situ. And reflectors ni, dia will need to be move on from reviewing what has happened to try about new experience. Reflectors ni dia selalu ingat perkara yang lalu. Jadi dia takut nak buat sesuatu yang baru lah, yang menyebabkan itu akan menjadi satu masalah bila dia nak ke hadapan. So you will have this kind of individual learning styles yang actually akan dictate macam mana cara individual tu belajar. So you have to remember, maknanya as a mentor, you know nanti your mentee ni this kind of character, you know, style dia macam ni. Same juga dengan you yourself. You know you tu macam mana, so you nampak your mentee tu macam mana, you have to close the gap lah in order to have that learning experience, you know, sama ada between both of you, and also how your mentee need to improve lah cara learning cycle dia untuk ke hadapan. So understanding learning cycle of mentee is very helpful in showing you the path they will lean towards. Macam mana cara dia belajar, and then where you nak push kat mana. Activists, theories, activists as I mentioned, dia nak experience, nak spend more time, dia baru boleh recall and then you know reflect dengan experience tu. So dia selalu menjadikan dia motivate to do, experience new things, belajar benda baru, and dia akan banyak experience past yang dia boleh reflect onto. Bagi teoris ni, as I mention tadi, dia tak nak dia tak nak untuk belajar benda baru selagi tidak ada information yang lengkap. So this is agak teori-teori saja tapi tak buat. So that is not encouraged lah. Jika nampak learning cycle mentee macam ni, so you have to help macam mana untuk bagi dia berani untuk try new things, cara-cara yang baru walaupun information tu tak lengkap lagi. So the same thing with pragmatists and also reflectors lah. Bagi yang selalu terkenang benda yang lama and then nak buat benda yang baru tu takut. So you have to make sure that you identify this learning cycle style of the mentees untuk you craft out what is the best way of handling dengan mentee ni to achieve our objective. Okay. So the delicate balance of mentoring someone is not creating them in your own image, but giving them the opportunity to create themselves. This is by Steven Spielberg. So you can see how how dia berjaya dari segi industri perfilman yang mana you actually not creating them as what you want them to be like you tau, but you are helping your mentee to buka minda dia untuk nampak that opportunity to succeed. So how to manage mentor-mentee meetings? So ini kita pergi kepada granular part yang mana we have a clear structure and purpose. Bila kita nak jumpa tu, you nak jumpa macam mana? Is it in meeting, face to face, atau dalam WhatsApp, atau dalam Webex? You have to decide that. So content meeting tu you kenalah ada dulu. Tak bolehlah just go and sembang-sembang. So at this meeting I want to discuss on what, check on what. Reflect balik kepada agreement yang kita dah buat awal-awal tadi dengan mentee sebelum ni. And then stick to the dates. Kalau boleh kita commit date yang kita bagi tu, but please understand sometimes ada hal-hal tertentu yang menyebabkan tak boleh nak jumpa, sudden emergency or what. So actually please come up with another date. Jangan langsung tak jumpa and you push maybe akan datang and might be you tak jumpa-jumpa langsung. Atau communicate dengan your mentee. And then yes, you enjoy the experience and journey. So take it as a way when you spend time with them, dalam hati nawaitu you want them to succeed like berjaya and even better than you yourself lah. You hope that they will get better than the result you dapat dulu. So this is the more positive thinking you must have, and always relax, enjoy. Always don't think that kalau dia fail ini salah I sebenarnya. No, don't think like that. You are actually facilitator. You just guide them and you always have perkara sometimes yang you tak nampak, you tak dapat lihat. So try to actually come up with a better plan untuk achieve outcome yang kita nak. So effective habits for mentor-mentee. Again, this is actually emphasize apa yang telah saya terangkan awal tadi. Active listener, dia kena listen, dia spend much time relation untuk dengar each other, understand each other. Kita dedicated to other success. Ia bukan hanya kita sahaja, Zoom kita sahaja, but it's a part of investment. Actually kalau kita sebagai orang Islam ni, it's macam amal jariah lah, amalan untuk investment bukan sahaja di dunia sebenarnya, is also di akhirat nanti. So always have that clear nawaitu untuk melihat mentee kita berjaya. So engage with their surroundings. Sometimes you have to understand, ini saya belajar daripada dulu, even masa kita bekerja, sometimes your staff react macam ni. Sebenarnya bila you sit down and talk, rupanya ada perkara yang berlaku sebelum ni atau dalam kehidupan mereka yang menyebabkan dia menjadi macam tu. So you have to don't put that assumption, always very clear dan have the big picture view. supaya you nampak sebenarnya bukan hanya impact kejayaan dia berjaya lulus dengan cemerlang dalam exam, tetapi dia sebenarnya juga craft new harapan lah kepada keluarga lah untuk berjaya, dan dia juga akan motivate others yang berada di sekeliling mentee kita tu untuk berjaya juga, so dedicated to their success. So effective mentor and mentee adalah mereka yang selalu dedicate masa dia, idea dia untuk pastikan dia berjaya. Sometimes mungkin awal-awal you nampak mentee senyap, even you pun ada karakter senyap, but why not you use this program untuk develop your own self punya confidence, dedicate masa, and jangan mengeluh. That one thing is, kalau boleh jangan mengeluh. Your time with your mentee, appreciate that moment walaupun hanya setengah jam atau sejam, but it will give big impact to our mentee and even to ourselves. Okay, another one is curious. So always percaya yang sometimes dia akan kata, jika kita katakan jika Allah tak akan mengubah nasib seseorang jika dia sendiri mengubah nasib dia sendiri, kan? Surah Ar-Ra'd, betul? Ayat 11. So you have to actually have that willing, mesti ada cara. Tidak ada yang perkara atau isu problem yang tak ada solution. Allah selalu datangkan masalah tetapi akan ada cara untuk menyelesaikannya. And then the 3R basic is being responsible, respectful, respect each other, and always be ready. Jangan kelang kabut atau hari ni baru ni, esok nak jumpa without any plan. You must have that proper plan, apa nak discuss, apa nak follow through. That will make your meeting atau the habits will be more successful. And then willing to step out of their comfort zone. So sekarang ni macam kita dah happy dengan family, kita dah berjaya dalam ACCA, kita dah ada kerja. But please remember, there are people out there, especially yang MyPack student, yang memerlukan our bantuan, our support and guideline lah untuk membantu mereka berjaya seperti kita. So this is evaluation and reporting. So nanti maybe Dani, do we have other details nanti on the reporting ke or another session nanti?
Ya Puan, we will have the session later.
Alright. So I'm not sure this is the last quote, One of the greatest values of mentors is the ability to see ahead what others cannot see and to help them navigate a course to their destination. One day you semua akan menjadi the successor seperti Datuk Zaitun mention. So you akan menjadi supervisor, akan menjadi head of department, akan menjadi senior managers dan sebagainya. So you always have the ability untuk nampak jika kita berbuat sesuatu, kita akan dapat hasil A contohnya. So you always have that views and ditambah dengan rasa semangat, macam always tak putus asa, confident, then you can actually try untuk come up with the action plan. If I relate to our mentor-mentee program untuk capai our destination. At the end, kita nak adik-adik mentee kita lulus dengan baik, lulus dengan cemerlang, and to continue this, actually I want to call it tradition in MyPack, in MAC, how kita grow our members. Macam mana kita nak lihat our Bumi Putra berjaya. So kena ada effort. If bangsa asing boleh buat, and I agree with Datuk Zaitun, even I in TNB, you nampak even the bosses yang berbangsa lain, dia ada community to support each other, even dalam waktu bekerja, So why not kita take apa yang Datuk Zaitun mention just now, kita hadam tau. Kita nampak niat yang dia nak. Even I can see that masa I mula-mula masuk into 016. So if you can see that and try to mencontohi dia lah, semangat dia. How we can change nasib Bumi Putra ni di Malaysia untuk mempertingkatkan membership dalam bidang profesional, dalam MIA as a certified accountant, and insyaAllah one day we are among the people who will actually have the opportunity to sit at the post-post yang ditinggalkan oleh our leaders. So I really hope that can happen, and even I'm really proud. I believe all of you can do that, insyaAllah, yang muda-muda menjadi leaders bangsa Melayu and move forward untuk didik anak bangsa yang lain lah untuk berjaya. So I think that is from me. I pass to Dani for the next agenda. Thank you very much semua. Any soalan?
Yeah, Puan. Perhaps we can open for Q&A. Later nanti I will explain on the next part of the mentoring punya ni lah, workshop.
Okay. Ada apa-apa soalan tak? Semua dengar ya? Tak ngantuk You are welcome to tanya, or you are excited to know seterusnya ke the program tu macam mana? I always dekat my office dalam Webex, I will count 1, 2, 3 lah untuk soalan. If you have, better ask now. Sama juga macam Datuk Zaitun ni kan, our precious time. I think this time yang I allocate, and this is the second session after last year kan?
Yeah.
So have that opportunity. Last time kita dalam kelas kan, so kita ada interaction, kita jumpa, and it's a very ni lah. But unfortunately dengan MCO ni kan, we don't have that opportunity. But do ask questions. Siapa nak tanya? Tengoklah, samalah macam Datuk Zaitun tanya tadi. Kenapa tak tanya? Tak kisah you nak tanya apa soalan pun tanyalah.
Bisa nak tanya kot?
Okay. Silakan.
Okay, Puan Rohaiza nak tanyalah, untuk student yang sebelum ni dah pass kan, sebenarnya engagement kita dengan diorang ni sampai bila?
Sebenarnya bagi mereka yang pass tu, kita ada engagement in order for them to register kan, how to actually to prepare themselves untuk the PER program, and even to sampai jadi member. And then when they are actually member MAC, they can continue sampai bila-bila lah.
I see.
So there's no such timing, because this is giving back to the society. You can be here, and then later you are the succession lah for MAC jawatankuasa ni kan? Kan Sam? I mean we are tak akan berada selamanya, tapi we are going to support lah sampai bila-bila insyaAllah. So you are our successor nanti.
Yeah. Perhaps kalau macam mentoring dah habis, we will have another mentee coming. So mungkin masa tu boleh continue with the other mentees lah. Sebab program ni continuous. So we are expecting for this program to be continuous as well. Tapi kalau in terms of timeline punya mentoring ni, it should be until the mentee finish their studies.
Sampai belajar.
Quite a long journey jugalah sebab for post SPM punya candidates, they will be finishing within 4 years. So within 4 years tu lama juga. So along the journey tu yalah, kita boleh tengok the progress of the mentees. Kalau ada soalan lain lagi untuk Puan Rohaiza, soalan berkaitan dengan mentoring.
Nak tanya Sam pun boleh.
Sam mana Sam?
Sam mentor yang bersemangat.
Sam baru sudah sikat rambut. Sudah.
Rohaiza.
Ya.
Okay, saya Zahir. Okay, ini berkaitan dengan mentor tapi lebih kepada untuk, sebab saya ada a few kawan yang pun buat ACCA tapi still tak habis lagi. Tapi sebab sekarang ni, diorang most like diorang punya mentality is lebih kepada, sebab for them diorang nak buat ACCA sebab nak BNS, sekarang diorang dah kerja, so for them diorang nak sambung ACCA tu macam dah tak ada motivation. So ada tak macam tips untuk, sebab basically kawan saya tu memang quite a good friend with me. So like try to push them to finish like last one paper or two paper. Even some of them pun dah get.
So I pun ada kawan-kawan yang macam tu, yang mananya lagi 1-2 paper and kemudian they all just like stop kan, sebab dah bekerja. But for me is to understand the commitment yang your inner punya satisfaction when you complete your ACCA, sebab it will give you the advantage lah compared to others. If you are contohnya in company, contohnya di tenaga kan, you have like 36,000 staff contohnya kan. So among them are in finance. But when you have that advantage, the professional, and you are actually can state that in the card, so you feel like your effort to actually push yourself untuk pass, because it's just like some of them like 1-2 paper kan nak habis. The only thing they have to have that support daripada external lah, maknanya dalam tu kena strong, and juga the support from the families, even your supervisor, your company, kadang dia provide that actually encouragement for you to complete. So always say to them, jangan nampak just the short term, okay I dah kerja, I'm happy, but you kena tengok the long term. As a contohnya macam Datuk Zaitun cakap, as a bumi. So what is the advantage jika you ada that qualification professional? Just to share, because I dulu sebab I balik from Victoria University New Zealand. So bila I nak daftar jadi MIA, I tak boleh sebab dia kata you from grad from overseas. So you tak boleh nak register. So I kena ambil papers lah, professional papers. So that's why I choose ACCA. So bila ambil ACCA and kemudian I pergi audit lah macam dalam my company tu. So I stop sekejap. So later yang encourage my husband, my friends, they encourage me to actually complete the papers. And bila you dah complete, memang you rasa lain lah. You have that different feelings that you dah complete and you are ready to actually be competitive even dekat your workforce. Even sometimes I deal with consultant kan, EY datang in tenaga for projects. So when they see that we have that qualification, dia tak boleh main-main lah dengan kita. So we know the rules, we know the standards and all that. So you have that confidence in yourself. So always macam Zahir highlight to your friends the benefits. Jangan tunggu sampai habis kan, dia ada 10 tahun punya bar tu kan. Yang itu yang sayang tu, dan kena repeat balik, kena do not only 5 papers daripada awal. So rugi sangat. So that kind of mentality among bumis kita kena ubah. So this is you as the agent sebenarnya. All of you sini ni macam agent for bumis to push. You identify people dalam your company or even your families yang mana have that capability. Even kalau you tengok why bangsa asing dia nak, dalam 3 years habis SPM, dia boleh grad and kerja dekat firm audit kan. Tak perlu dia ambil degree pun. So most of yang I kenal consultant macam tu, yang bukan bangsa kita lah. So even I encourage my kids to be like that. So have their career path tu nampak daripada sekarang apa nak buat. So for Zahir, keep on like advising your friends. Yang lain pun jika ada kawan macam tu, keep on advising them. And at the end dia akan dapat rasakan the benefits and how competitive you are dalam kerjaya bila you have that professional qualification. That's from me.
Okay, thank you.
One more question. Kalau tak ada soalan lagi, I will proceed with I would like to share the current statistics that we have for our mentoring session lah.
Tak apalah, siapa nak tanya, nak WhatsApp ke apa ke nanti boleh.
WhatsApp boleh. Direct DM boleh.
Okay.
Sekejap ah. Right, can you see the slide?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. So basically, this is our current statistic for my PEC Mentor Mentee 2.0. I just share with you. In terms of mentor and mentees, currently we have 26 mentor. Alhamdulillah, the number was increasing previously after Datuk appeared at TV Al Hijrah. Maybe it was one of the boosting effect inilah kepada kita punya MEC members. And so far kita ada seems that we have more female mentor than mentees. So yang ni nanti we will try to look how we can matchmaking with the other mentee lah. So in terms of mentorship ni, we have 22 new mentors. Thank you for your participation. We truly appreciate it. And the existing, we have also existing, including Sam, our coach, our icon, Dania, and also our previous mantan president, MEC, Izham. Yes, he will be joining us again. And from our side, my PEC, our head of finance, Encik Zaidi Bakri, he will be one of the mentor lah. So in terms of sponsorship pula, these are the distribution of our scholars. We have 10 from Bank Islam, 10 from my Bank Islamic, Zakat Perak 10, Zakat Penang, and also one my PEC scholars. Right. So in terms of state of origin, as you can see, most of them came from Perak, followed by Penang and Selangor. Even though it doesn't make any bukan not make any sense lah in terms of state of origin, tapi somehow it should play a role juga lah, sebab maybe kalau mentee dengan mentor tu came from the same state, they have something to discuss or they have kayak similar interest. Contoh macam pergi Melaka, balik Melaka sama-sama kan. It's a example jugalah. And then in terms of a program, 30 mentees or 30 scholars are doing their CAT, while one mentee are doing ACCA. Means she had finished her CAT and she's doing ACCA this round. Okay, so these are the list name of our new mentor. Because if you have any updates on these details, please let me know, because during the launching program, we will show these details in the screen lah. We will invite the mentor and mentee as well. So these are the details that I need your help to update me. Kalau yang dah update tu dah okay dah. Cuma sorry lah yang yang ada sedikit typos ni, right? So yang ni later I will share with you in the group lah. And then as I mentioned before, Sam, we have Encik Izam and Dania also joining us in this mentoring session. So basically macam tu lah. And then for the program structure and the files that are required for the mentoring session tu, I will share during the launching event. Sebab nanti Puan Rohaiza akan explain and present on the procedure of the mentoring session tu lah. Right. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Or maybe kalau ada apa-apa persoalan yang tak dapat dijawab, nanti kita akan discuss dalam grup lah.
Encik Dani.
Ya, just call me Dani lah.
Encik Dani dengan Puan Rohaiza allow me to chip in some insights lah. Bila tadi Encik Dani ada share all the statistics and everything, I was looking on a broader picture. For example, currently my pack ada 31 orang, 31 person under mentor and mentorship ni lah.
Okay.
So going back to Datuk Zaitun punya projection, maknanya kita plan untuk succession planning for chartered accountant, professional accountant in Malaysia. So I was looking on my friends, for example, some of them are still pursuing ACCA while juggling with their works, and then some of them also has been registered as a member for ACCA. Some of them still stuck with their PR under affiliateship. So what is my pack plan to get in touch with everybody? Because previously we haven't any networking with my pack. My pack was newly introduced to this generation. For example, last 2020, I think my pack started. So some of my friends started their ACCA way back 2008, 2009, 2010. So what do you think for get people from ACCA background to get them to be the mentor, and also to help some of them still stuck in their exam? I still have my friends, last time I meet her, she's still doing her CAT. I think that was very good. Dia sangat struggle lah to do her CAT. After all, she still want to proceed for ACCA. But I think maybe one of the problem challenging yang Malays hadapi sekarang adalah kita tak ada mentorship ni tau. Maknanya kita ada friends to look for. And then me myself, during my journey pun, I was feel alone until I meet my pack. That's why when I know my pack, I introduce my pack to all my friends, and then I go for member to member promotion, and then I was the largest participants registered under me to join with my pack. So I think my pack has a very good vision, very good way forward you want to go. But we can do more for this. For example, get back to our networks on the members, ACCA members and ACCA students. What do you think?
Maybe I can take that question. Untuk some of our guests kat sini yang tak berapa kenal lagi, my name is Seri. Dan habis baru kenal diri Seri, and I'm the head of market development. I've been with my pack sejak tahun 2015 lah, sejak ditubuhkan. Before that, daripada tak ada office, operating from Starbucks, sampai sekarang kita ada office dekat Subang lah. Okay Nisa, I think that is a very valid question. How do we reach out to those yang masih lagi in the journey to complete the ACCA qualification? While kita dah ada pool yang already successfully completed the qualification and currently working just like you all. But I need to emphasize here, mentoring program ni our first priority is the scholars yang masih dengan my pack lah. Mana kalau ada kawan-kawan yang outside there, what we need to do right now, because we tried to go through ACCA to get the database untuk Bumi Putra ACCA student that have not completed examination in such a long time. But unfortunately, because of the PDPA, they cannot release this information. Masa I kerja ACCA dulu tu, masa tu sedang elok lah, masa baru nak start. In 2014, Datuk Zaitun has already started working with ACCA to start establishing. Dia cakap lah dia nak establish my pack sebagainya. Masa tu I cannot see yet. the plan that she has, tapi she keep on asking last miler punya database lah, whatever not. Masa tu I was managing the database and I could actually share, because masa tu kita tak lagi impose PDPA dengan begitu strictly. So I took the I personally was assigned to the, masa tu kita panggil Datuk Zaitun Project. Kita tak tahu pun nama MyPack ni. Masa I kat ACCA kita panggil ni Project Datuk Zaitun. Dia nak database lah, orang tak habis exam lah, dan dalam database ACCA dia tak segregate between ethnicity. So what we did was that I downloaded all the database and then mana nama Miss Tan, Mr. Chong, masa tu delete je lah. Banyak, senang delete. Nak cari Melayu senang je, kita delete yang bukan Melayu lah. So from there, I was able to get the database. Masa tu kita ada lebih kurang di 2014, early 2014. About 2000, maybe 2004, students yang ada 3 paper belum habis dan dah lama dalam ACCA. So that's quite a big chunk of number. Tapi sekarang, we cannot get that kind of data. So we are reliant on people like you and our guests here, especially mana yang came through the last miler program, to get them to MyPack. Then only we can see how best we can manage them. Yang pertama sekali kita nak help diorang to pass the examination. And sekarang ni, for the last miler program, we are sponsoring for the last 2 papers. And kalau dulu kita ada banyak ni lah, kita basically masa zaman you all, last miler was that we pay upfront for you tapi sekarang, and then sebab tu you kena buat selection process lah, whatever not dulu lah. Tapi sekarang what we do for our last miler, the latest program is that you sign with us, you don't have to go through the selection process whatever not, tapi kita go on reimbursement basis. So maknanya you habis a paper tu, you habis your qualification, we will reimburse you. And then we have been doing that. I think for the past few months ni dah ada banyak kita bagi reimbursement lah, sebab student have actually completed the examination. Macam tu senang sikit sebab masa you all, because we pay upfront, dan kita kena monitor. Bila kita monitor, kadang-kadang dia jadi terlampau terlampau stressful juga kan. So it cuts both ways lah. Cumanya untuk this current one, kita will tell them they can actually come to us for any support that they need, but we will not actually go and do how we did before. Tengok datang kelas ke, tak pergi kelas ke, we leave the flexibility kepada candidate tu sendiri to manage the time, but we will be around to support them throughout the process lah to complete. Cumanya we need the help from the likes like you to invite more of them to come in. To join us under the last miler program lah. Sebab kalau dia terawang-awang kat luar sana, quite difficult for us to like nak matchkan mentor ke, you know. Kalau dia dah masuk dalam program last miler tu, we can make some adjustment lah untuk individual basis of we can match dengan mana-mana mentor yang available to assist them, to give them the encouragement dan sebagainya. Is that okay? Nanti Dani mungkin akan announce lagi kot. Apa ni, kita ada balik semula member get member, student get student campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get the highest award also, I remember.
Last time I dapat laptop.
Yes.
Still using until now.
Oh, that's good, alhamdulillah. Okay, so I hand over balik. Yes.
Saya sebenarnya, saya pun kenal MyPack walaupun Khairunisa tak kenal saya. Saya dapat tahu pasal MyPack daripada dia punya iklan lah sebenarnya.
Oh ya ke?
Daripada dia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, bagus-bagus Sam. Tahniah. You dah pass dulu daripada I pun. Tapi I feel proud of it lah.
Okay, that's nice.
So Puan Sri, maknanya MyPack ni dia tak restricted to MyPack scholars only lah. MyPack ni is a association, maknanya dia orang luar pun boleh join juga.
Yes.
Some of my friends yang bukan MyPack punya scholars pun diorang boleh join as a mentor kalau diorang nak. And then
they can join as group lah, our mentor. Sebab sebelum ni kita tak berapa aktif, tapi I think moving forward setiap bulan insyaAllah akan ada program. Sebab what we try to do is capitalize on this virtual platform Kalau dulu kita nak invite orang agak susah sekejap orang tu. Sekejap masuk ke orang. Sebab kalau dulu susah kita nak panggil because of logistik. Macam a lot of you all are actually busy. I'm sure dekat sini ada some of you yang sambil dengar sambil buat kerja. I'm sure. Mesti ada lah kan sambil jawab bos punya WhatsApp whatever not. So at least balance lah kita boleh dapat. So macam soalan you tadi Nisa, sama ada orang lain boleh join. We have set a precedent bila kita actually admit Wafi into the group because he voluntarily approach us. Tapi kita minta CV dan minta some evidence yang dia dah habis qualification lah, itu paling penting pada kita. And it's not just now open untuk ACCA saja. If you have friends yang dah habis MIPA and they want to join MAC kita rather than join MIPA punya group ke whatever group, tak kisah. As long as they are qualified in terms of they have professional qualification, have completed and hopefully they're working, they are welcome to submit their application to MyPack. And kita akan assess and they can be part of the MAC group lah. The more the merrier I think. Macam tu. Yes. Okay. Do you have any other question? I can hand over to Dani. Kalau nak wrap up ke apa macam mana?
Okay, can Puan. Alright, thank you Puan Sri for the explanation. So I guess tiada soalan lagi lah. I will share our new campaign, MyPack Student Get Student campaign ni, as I shared in the group, MyPack Mac WhatsApp group. So let me share the screen. Okay, so basically refer one friend and receive 150 ringgit. So this the terms and conditions are introducer will receive 150 ringgit for each referral that enrolled into specific program. Means diorang dah masuk program lah, macam before ni lah. And then the applicable programs are for post diploma, ACCA, post degree, and also MyPack Last Miler. So you can also submit more than one referral. You can submit more than one, but in this form you can only be able to submit 3 referrals. So if you have more than that, you can just apply resubmit again. Okay, so for the entry requirements, post diploma program is for Selangor and Perlis, Muslim 22 years old and below, and the household income not exceeding 4,000 per month, and completed diploma in accountancy with minimum 3.0 CGPA or pass CAT examination with average passing mark 65%. So basically this program is focusing on the Lembaga Zakat Selangor and Majlis Agama Islam dan Adat Melayu Perlis punya program lah, dan dia berfokus kepada warga Selangor dan Perlis sahaja. Untuk post degree pula, it's open to all Malaysians, Bumiputra or Muslim, supposedly 25 years old and below, household income not exceeding 20,000 per month, completed degree in accountancy with minimum 3.0 CGPA from accredited universities. Yang ni I believe all of you aware macam mana nak check dia punya exemptions kan dekat ACCA website, calculator, exemption calculator, ataupun the candidates can just send email to ACCA requesting for the info of dia punya exemptions, obtain 9 papers exemptions from ACCA. So for MyPack Last Miler pula, macam yang Puan Sri explain tadi, focusing on Bumiputra and minimum 1 year work experience in accounting or finance related field, and they only have maximum 2 ACCA papers remaining. So these are the programs that will be involved in this MyPack Student Get Student campaign. Right, and Yeah, that's all from me. Do you have any other inquiries before we wrap up the session? We are
Sam tengah exercise tu.
Sam.
Lama saya duduk.
So guys, if you have any macam ada after this, I will send you a form, survey form to evaluate our mentoring workshop lah. Perhaps in this evening, I will send you guys. And if you have any questions, you can just probably you can just directly PM Puan Rohaiza. Perhaps you have personal questions, or maybe you can ask Sam in terms of mentoring ka, ataupun if you have any questions, you can just ask me. I will try to attend your inquiries. So I hope tak ada apa-apa lagi kan? Semua dah
Faham tak?
Semua dah faham dan bersedia untuk lunch. Or maybe ada yang tak sarapan lagi nih.
Betul.
Alright, so guys, on behalf of my pack, I would like to thank you for your participation, your kesudian untuk join this program, this mentoring workshop. Thank you Puan Rohaiza for your time explaining the mentoring workshop, and Puan Sri for helping us to attend all the inquiries, and also to make committee, Firdaus, Yani and Sam. Thank you for joining us, and to all guests, I would like to thank you very much, and we'll see you later in our next program. I will keep updating you in the group for the program lah. Tapi kalau ada apa-apa persoalan tu, you just bagi tahu lah, kita akan try to attend. Okay guys, thank you very much.
Thank you everybody.
Thank you Dani, thank you Puan Rohaiza, thank you Puan Sri, thank you Sam, thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Waalaikumsalam.